Imagine you are holding a contract. On that paper, there's a number, $50 million. It's more
Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Money than your family would spend in 10 lifetimes. All you have to do is sign and you are set forever. Most people would grab the pen without thinking. But Dave Chappelle did something that made the world think he had lost his mind.
Away from the circumstances that were coming with.
He looked at the executives, walked out of the room, and disappeared. He didn't just leave the office. He left the country. No bodyguards, no cameras, no explanation. Today, we dive into the dark reality of Hollywood's golden cage. We are going to uncover why the most successful comedian in history chose a small farm in Ohio over a throne in Los Angeles. How did he lose $50 million only to come back and make hundreds of millions more? This isn't just a story about comedy. It's a story about power, betrayal, and the ultimate price of freedom. To understand the exit, you have to understand the peak. In 2003, Chappelle's show wasn't just a TV show. It was a cultural earthquake. Dave was the voice of a generation.
Don't you like popsicle? What? I said, don't you like popsicle?
He was untouchable. But behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. The more famous he became, the more he realized that the industry didn't want Dave the human. They wanted Dave the product. As the ratings soared, the pressure became suffocating. People started looking at him like a paycheck, not a person. He started noticing that the jokes he wrote were being used to reinforce the same stereotypes. He was trying to break. He was winning the game, but he was losing himself. And that is when the system offered him the ultimate trap, the $50 million deal. When Dave fled to South Africa, Hollywood didn't just let him go. They attacked.
Ask you this, what is happening in Hollywood?
The headlines were brutal. They called him crazy.
The thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive.
They whispered about drugs. They said he had a mental breakdown. Why? Because the industry cannot handle a man they cannot buy. If you walk away from $50 million, you prove that the money has no power over you, and that makes the powerful very, very nervous. For years, Dave stayed in the shadows. He lived a quiet life in Yellow Springs, Ohio. He spent time with his family. He talked to his neighbors. He traded the red carpet for a dirt road. People thought he was finished. They thought he was a one-hit wonder who snapped. But Dave was playing a much longer game. He was waiting for the world to catch up to the truth. Fast forward 10 years, the world had changed. But Dave was still Dave. When he finally returned to the stage, he didn't ask for permission. He demanded respect. Then came Netflix. They didn't offer him $50 million for a season of a show. They offered him over $60 million for just 3 comedy specials. He didn't just get his money back. He got it with interest. And most importantly, he got it with ownership. He proved that the greatest flex in life isn't showing off your wealth. It's being able to walk away from anyone who doesn't respect your vision. He showed every creator that if you are willing to lose everything for your integrity, you might just end up winning it all back. So when you see Dave Chappelle today walking down a street in Ohio in a simple t-shirt, remember this. He isn't living like an ordinary man because he has to. He's doing it because he can. He beat the system by refusing to play their game. He chose peace over prestige. And in a world that is constantly trying to buy your soul, maybe Dave Chappelle is the only sane person left. While the world thought Dave Chappelle was hiding, he was actually building. This is the part of the story most people miss. During those years in Ohio, Dave wasn't just sitting on a porch. He was studying the industry from the outside. He realized that the biggest power a creator has is scarcity. By disappearing, he made his brand more valuable. Every year he stayed away, the price for his comeback went up. He started buying property in his hometown, investing in his community, and creating a fortress where Hollywood couldn't reach him. He wasn't just a comedian anymore. He was becoming a businessman who owned his own environment. This was the silent strategy that allowed him to walk back into the Netflix boardroom 10 years later and demand the biggest paycheck in comedy history. He didn't wait for a seat at the table. He built his own table in the middle of a cornfield in Ohio. Dave Chappelle wasn't the only one who felt the dark energy of the industry. To understand Dave's fear, you have to look at what happened to others who spoke out. From Cat Williams to Monique, the pattern is the same. The moment you stop being controllable, the industry labels you as difficult or crazy. Dave saw this coming. He saw how the media uses a specific playbook to destroy black icons who want ownership, By walking away, he bypassed the destruction. He chose to be canceled by his own choice rather than being destroyed by theirs. This connection is what makes his story so important for every creator today. It's not just about jokes. It's about a spiritual war for the truth. He sacrificed the 50 million to save his sanity, while others took the money and lost their minds. So what is the true legacy of Dave Chappelle? Is it the jokes? Is it the money? No, his true legacy is the word no. He taught a generation that no is the most powerful word in the English language. He proved that you can be the most famous person on the planet and still choose to live a quiet life. He proved that you can lose everything and get it all back if you don't. Lose your soul in the process. Today, Dave's influence is everywhere. You see it in the way new creators handle their contracts. You see it in the way artists are fighting for their masters. He broke the chains so that others could run. As we look at the legend stories of those who changed the world, Dave Chappelle stands alone, not because he was the loudest, but because he was the only one brave enough to be silent when the world was screaming for more. Thank you for staying with us through this journey. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Legend stories of the men and women who dared to be different. Until next time, remember, your freedom is worth more than any contract.